Looks like it's gonna be CBZ's up first. Got that. Oh, getting reflected on, but Bellator on that fear is going to break out of it pretty quickly. It's going to be Bellator trying to see if he can knock down CBZ's with a mortal coil. Set down immediately. Tyrant coming out right now. Bellator looking to hide behind the pillar. Backing up out of there. Retreating for a second with a tactical one. And it looks like he's just going to obliterate that Wrathguard completely. Fellord joining around the corner. Wrathguard falling. The Fellord does get the knockdown. CBZ's better be getting another pet up and running. That's going to be a Felguard summon. But it's a summoned Felguard. Needs to get his own Wrathguard. Fear by Bellator. Snagging a heal from one of the pets. And that's going to be a lot of damage back to back versus CBZ. So does back up out of them for a second. Does resummon a fresh new Wrathguard. Trying to attempt to Shadow Fury versus Bellator. No interrupts with the Warrior for a while, but CBZ is super low on health. Leap by the Warrior. Look at the slam down. Big damage to CBZ. Trinkets, but as he's in the seed pod. Oh no. Wait, so did you trinket after you got hit by the seed pod? Is that what happened? Evil's going to be up next. Got himself. No resolve trinket just yet, just a banner. Waiting for the weapons to come back up. And I think then he might just use a resolve for later. Get himself full recklessness. Bellator is going to take a lot of damage from the Warrior. Full wreck for banner up. Bellator is just going to have to use the survivability tools as fast as possible. Get himself in rage regeneration. Is it going to be enough though? Evil Scooty with a full enrage regen of their own. Bellator down on defenses for a bit. Evil Scooty with even more cooldowns. That's going to be a big executes back to back. Bellator trying to see if he can get away. Maybe a leap for Evil Scooty. Does he have it? Does catch back up to Bellator. It's catching up a little bit of healing of his own. Going to be a Dragon's Roar. Reckless is back up. Disarm those. Bellator got some cooldowns. Evil Scooty leaping back in after him. It's going to be a quick fear. Bellator get hit with Execute 1, Execute 2, and Evil Scooty taking him out with a flesh cap. Recuperating as fast as he... Is this man playing one-handers? Wait a second. Is Evil Scooty playing Fury Warrior one-handers? I swear to God, those are one-handers. There's no way those are two-handers, right? Or maybe they're the smallest two-handers I've ever seen. Sensei gonna be up next versus Scooty. Get hit with a disarm. I don't know if Scooty got much. Quick touch of death. Just taking him out. Was that one-handers? Hold on. What, chat, are those one-handers or two-handers? Because I'm sure these are one-handers. This man might be playing a new build. Is there a benefit to playing Fury as a one-hander by any chance? You know? iFox is gonna be up next with a big old coordinated assault. Death shock him. Tearing him through Sensei. Got himself the 45 brew, but that shield is a health increase. That defensive is kind of a... It's an okay defensive, but I feel like I've seen so many monks just throw out a Fort Brew just because it's like, oh, I'm taking a little bit of damage, I better Fort Brew. Just because they're like, you know what? I don't know if it's going to help me that much. Gonna be that chimeric slowing down Sensei. Silence him in place. It's going to activate the Aegis Trinket. It's going to help him against quite a bit of that magic, quite a bit of that fire and poison damage versus iFox. Enter a disarm onto iFox. Doesn't necessarily need the weapon. The grenades and the explosions really is the weapon that he needs. Sensei with a big diffuse magic. Trying to reduce again the one as much of that magic damage as possible, which is actually valuable against the survival hunter. As iFox goes in for a stun, Sensei has no odds. I think it's going to be over for Sensei. Potentially got himself a port. Oh, a kill shot right into the right shoulder. You're going to see that man just drop down. Just grab his shoulder and then fall. Freezing trap as Average Rogue goes for a trick and doesn't want to let his burst opener go to waste, trying to go for the Kirin setup. iFox might have to use defenses in order to survive this. Potentially Turtle Shell. Looks like he's going to try to see if he can save play with the Rogue. Rogue goes in for a vanish. I think iFox is where maybe a Turtle should have been used, but unless Average Rogue makes a dire mistake with a stun, I don't think iFox uses this. This man does run Relentless Resolve Trinket, so... Maybe it doesn't even need it. Stun. Oh, clean stuns. He was clean about it. Sometimes you're like, you know what? Maybe I'll just Shadow Strike it. Maybe I'll let there be a gap between my stuns and it'll be okay. Sometimes you go for that. You know? One-hander is more speed when haste with single-handed Fury. More speed and haste. Really? I didn't realize it. Boy, that's nutty. Okay, I might need to give it a go. Is that an actual build? I might need to give it a try myself. Because that Warrior seems like he pumps. Gonna be some pumpy damage out of Chicago, by the way. That's Rogue going for the kidney shot. Chicago ain't worried. That's quite a lot of damage into the Rogue with a Ghost Raptors by himself and a little bit of mass regeneration. Rogue is just a zap away from death. Got himself the Sippy Cup from Kirin. Does he have the big Sippy? It looks like he got himself the consistent Sippy. It's not gonna give him healing immediately, but instead it's more healing over time. And the average Rogue looks like he's going to make that average recovery or more than average recovery. Actually, quite a good recovery for him. So far, been pretty survivable. Ghost Raptors join in. The Earth Elemental's there just for the show. Average Rogue trying to make a play. Resolve Chicken out Chicago. Takes a bit of damage, but doesn't really go down. Average Rogue is super low in health. And Chicago is going to end up taking him out. Not super high into dampening, so he's able to catch up on healing. Aussie blinking in with a quick breath for a fire mage. That's the way you want to get aggressive versus shaman, because the shaman can shut down a lot of your damage. Going to be Chicago trinketing away from the result trinket, just doesn't want to take the damage in the first place. This time, Shiasuka will be able to go for a big combustion, but Chicago can at least deal with it. No grounding totem, which is going to potentially put him behind. Big zap out of Chicago. Aussie able to go for a shield, unable to play the triple shield legendary. I remember when they used to play triple shield? Aussie just going for a little bit of a shift in power, trying to get some cooldowns back together. Going to be yet another breath with another Ring of Frost setup, but doesn't really have cooldowns anymore. Got us on the shield, which is getting burned through by Raptors really quickly. Let's get some Fire Blast, Fireball. Chicago setting up a Primordial Bolt, so potentially the next zap could be massive if only they had a bit of Maelstrom. But it's going to have to go for a little bit of self-heal. Aussie backing up out of there, got himself the homies in order to give himself a little bit of defensive with those mirror images. And Chicago is looking to swing around the corner, potentially get himself some sort of setup versus Aussie. Poly by the mage, but he's still kind of low on health. Next set of Ghostos could be really deadly. Aussie not playing the triple shield legendary, which most mages nowadays don't really play defensive like that. I think it's got nerfed into Oblivion and beyond. It's still really good in some cases, like against this duel, when you have a shaman who can just purge. Like he can just purge your shield really quickly. Otherwise, you would have to spend at least 3 globals to purge a lot of your defensives. Here we can just like use it one and done. Aussie, does he not run it with a double Lego? Because Aussie should be able to move with a Unity Nightfield Lego. It's going to be the Cauterize using the Ice Block on top of it. Going to be popping both of those defenses at the same time. It is going to send him behind if he's trying to play for a more defensive game over time. With Chicago popping off a full Flesh Scaff. Aussie waiting out for Chicago. Maybe Aussie has another go. Potentially could maybe get himself yet another breath. Getting up close and personal. Breath, maybe with a ring. It's going to be a poly. It's going to be most likely the Resolve Trinket. Yeah, the Resonator. There it is. Backing up out of the Chicago, not Trinket out of this. It's going to be full Combustion. Chicago popping off the wall, trying to see if he can purge and remove. Combustion does get to Aussie. This is where you kind of hoping you have Fire Blast and Pyro Blast to continue the pressure, but it's going to be Chicago trying to go for a heal. Aussie didn't go for an interrupt. Could have potentially interrupted. Aussie find himself super low health. Can't go anywhere. Can't do much. Chicago knows they're going to win this one. Better recover a little bit of health before they go into the next duel, because GG Flex is going to be up next. Chicago is just going to try to see if they can whittle down the seed little by little. And DJ Flex is giving Chicago an opportunity to go for a little bit of an honor duel. Kelvin Slime did a bit of a spit, but it doesn't stop this honorable bow between these two champions. DJ Flex approaching. Nice simultaneous bow by the two of them, almost like this coordinated. What's up, Matt? How you doing, man? What's up, Reverence? You joining in tonight? I want to see Reverence join in, dude. I want to see more of that destruction action. Stun with Chicago, trinkets out of it as more. Ghost was joining in for Chicago. Got himself a little bit of that Maelstrom generation. 8 minutes into the duel, 9 minutes so far. The dampening is going to reduce the healing of these boys, but quite a bit. Almost like there's a warrior constant on top of you with that mortal strike effect. Minus the damage. It's almost like there's a warrior beating it with a foam sword that does no damage, but it still applies a mortal strike to the both of you. DJ Flex backing up out of there completely, setting up some traps towards Chicago. Looks like the Earth Elemental does eat that steel trap. And DJ looking for a bit of a reset, but looks like he's actually going to back up out of there. His pet, does he get resummoned? Does he get removed? Wait, he might need a new pet. Freezing jump in Chicago is able to get a revive pet. I guess Chicago took down the pet over time. As Chicago went in for a big old punch haymaker, but they got frozen. I love some of these animations you gotta get frozen on. I love it. But it's also just as funny when you get like, when you get frozen but you're still moving too. Like when the monk got frozen and you're still punching. He just, you know, he's just got those two engines revved up and they're just got like pistons firing off. Both of these fists. Chicago with a flate shot. DJ Flex again looking for that pet resummon. Did Chicago just super aggressive at killing that pet? That thing has died so many times. I guess it was Raban. It is an undead pet, so it should be dead already. DJ Flex trying to get himself a bit of a heal, but I think with a flame shock, unable to really get it going for long. Does go for a feign death after. Maybe looking for that camera reset. Needs to make sure his pet is not out in the open. Gonna be totems around the corner. Does get the pet stunned up. DJ Flex trying to eliminate totems. Chicago going for a flash grab. DJ Flex not even pushing in. He's got a low in health. Has a turtle in case things really get bad for him. But he's looking for a bit of that reset. 10 minutes into the duel. Ghost Raptors joining in. Chicago get hit with a steel trap. Gonna be a camo for DG, but looks like one of the pets or something is still in combat. That's gonna be the Raptor getting attacked by the other Raptors. Did you make a friends? Except not much of friends. Actually, no. No, it's more like a brotherly friendship, right? You love a brother, even though he beats up on you all the time. I think it's more or less similar to that. He's the runt of the party. He doesn't have those pretty colors of the elements. Gonna be revived pet yet again. Yo, GG Flags. That pet has just died and died and died again. Chicago's super aggressive killing that thing. GG Flags just making sure to get some dots, some damage over to Chicago. It's gonna be Raptors joining in yet again. GG Flags might be in a bit of a trouble. If Chicago can reconnect, maybe get himself a Primordial set up with a double zap with GG. That's gonna be the flame shot getting set up with a steel trap. One of the Raptors eats it. The flame trap eaten by Chicago. And again, the pet is just dead. Maybe the pet just dies from the flame shock. That's all it is. GG Flags got himself yet another camo. They're just going for them for the long haul. Does Chicago have any more eyes? There is an eye from super far away. It looks like you're just setting up traps way ahead of time. Chicago making sure to hit the pet every single time when they can. That flame shock I think is really going to take him down. There's going to be a Primordial going to set up on GG Flex as well. Potentially could be double zaps on both the pet and the Rapture. Ghost Raptors joining in, but then Chicago can get enough Maelstrom. If they can get GG Flex in place for a second, slow him down, maybe hit him with the Thunder Stun, unleash a bit of damage, they could potentially make something happen. GG Flex with a Feigned Death for a second. I think might just go for a Feast Trap on Chicago, as Raptor should be fading soon. Thunder somehow hitting him. GG Flex had no hold whatsoever. Revive Pet doesn't have any Flame Shocks on him. Oh! I think he had a shield fall off in the last second, and then a Flame Shock ticked on him. Oh my god. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. How many did Chicago get there? 2? 3? I think one of them might have been a Night Fade. So I think that might have been a 3, but I could be wrong on that.